Hey, Jessica. How you doing, girl? What you doing on this lovely Friday evening? I'm pretty good, just chilling. Hey, Queen. How you doing? All right, so recovering well. That's good to hear. That's really good to hear. Okay, so I didn't want anything specific, as you guys know. I just wanted to check in and kind of see what the energy was like and just pull some cards for you guys. Nothing too serious. Um, I do feel like a lot of people are going into hermit mode. Some of us are dipping in and out of hermit mode, but I do feel like a lot of people are gonna go into hermit mode and really just try to like get themselves grounded. Hey, and so hey Jamita, what's up, sis? So I feel like a lot of people are gonna be going into hermit mode. A lot of you guys are already in hermit mode. But I feel like you peek your head out every now and then just to kind of see what's going on, check the temperature of the universe, and then you go back in. So I think that's pretty healthy. You know what I mean? Um, I'm pretty sure you're reaching out to the people that you feel like you should reach out to, and then there's your loved ones that are there, just giving you that support from a distance as well. Hey, son, thanks for tuning in. So, yeah, but I think that, we have already shifted into a new paradigm. So, I feel like a lot of you guys low key feel jet lagged, right? Like waking up. Like, when you get up in the rising, you probably like looking around to kind of like see where the hell you at, because I feel like in your resting state, you're astral traveling, speeding, really collecting data, a lot of upgrades going on inside of you, things you can't see, but you can definitely feel. For some of you guys, it could feel heavy. It could like, yo, what the fuck's going on? Like, because, that's just how it's going to be for a little minute. Yeah, like that's just how it's gonna be for right now. So try to stay as grounded as possible. You've probably been being called to rest more than usual, and some of you guys could be fighting it because you literally have real life shit to do, and you can't really afford to rest all the time. But there's a really heavy energy for us to rest. A lot of people who do spiritual work or who are just extremely on this spiritual journey within self, you're feeling it really heavy too. And some people who aren't experiencing it probably like may not know how to resonate with you. Like they may feel like you kind of distant or you being funny or whatever, but like on the inside, you probably got a lot of thoughts. It's like you finally realizing yourself for the first time on like a deep ass level. Like you really like seeing yourself, but like in some kind of weird split down the middle, like out of body and inside. It's like it's hard to explain, so it's like right now you just got to try to stay grounded. Eat the foods that you're being called to eat. Stay hydrated. Because with that jet lag feeling, you're going to feel exhausted. You're going to feel like you just need to recharge. And if you're using your gifts a lot or just worrying a lot or thinking a lot, um, you're going to really feel drained. So it's best to just be taking as many vacations, breaks, whatever that you need to take, and feel no way about it. Don't feel guilty. And if people don't understand it, it's not their journey. Don't feel like you got to apologize to people right now, because some people aren't going to understand, overstand what you're feeling. This is going to be like whatever you tripping to some people. Yeah, man, them naps be going hard right now. And shit, your body needs it. Especially like if you on social media, you know how much that overstimulates your brain. That's another thing that will keep you exhausted and having you feel jet lagged as well. Even though you think you just scrolling or whatever and you not commenting and you not interacting, just the fact that you're like on it, so many different apps, all these different things to stimulate your mind. You got this thing to worry about. They promoting this thing to worry about. People want you to be sad about this. People want you to be angry about that. People are projecting their emotions and their things online all day. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever you on, Reddit, fucking Tumblr, all these sites where people are putting their emotional signatures out there to be felt and to be recognized by people who carry similar energy signatures. So it's like you got to be mindful of what you tapping into. Some things may resonate with you or they may not, but sometimes you have to observe and not absorb. And sometimes you have to put that machine down altogether, because it'll take up so much of your brain space sometimes if you don't like detach, you know. But yeah, so really it's just like a lot of you guys are just feeling like you need some downtime, you need some time to think because you're changing. And I don't know about y'all, but I've been studying shit and just doing things in my mind and working in my mind, and that's one of the most comfortable spaces. So it's like maybe spirit is calling you to get reacquainted with yourself so you can learn the new you. You know what I mean? All right, so let's pull some cards, guys. Um, so we can see what's going on around you, if anything, or you know how we work, whatever's coming up inside as well. I do like seeing the justice card at the bottom of the deck in the upright position, because that lets me know that this internal work, this hermit phase, is going to bring balance. It's going to restore balance for you guys, you know? So you need that. You need that time right now. All right, guys. Out the gate. So a lot of you guys might want to start the message. It's lagging on. So like money is the motivation, because you want to create a space where you can be comfortable enough to rest. And that's where this Ten of Pentacles comes in. So it's like you're concerned about your family, your loved ones, and just really trying to keep everything grounded around you. You're really trying to focus on how to have like long-term financial stability. And I feel like you're really trying to put a plan together so that that can actually come to fruition for you. Knight of Wands in reverse comes off though. So it's like you gotta stay motivated. You gotta stay motivated. It's like you get on this kick where like you about to make everything pop, but then something happens and it's like you lose your motivation towards it, and then you kind of fall back. You know what I mean? It's like you take 7 steps forward, and then you lose your momentum somehow, and then you pause, and it's like know what you want, but something's holding you back with the Six of Swords in reverse, and I really feel like it's your own thoughts. I really feel it's your own thoughts. Yeah, I feel like it's your own thoughts. It's like I feel like some of you are literally afraid of succeeding, and you could be like self sabotaging sometimes when some shit seems like it's really about to happen. It's like you self sabotage and then you hold yourself back. It's like you kill your own ambitions. You know what I mean? But it's like you want this stability so bad. You wanna like take care of your family. You want everything to be like the Empress comes out and it's like this, kind of sideways. So I feel like there again, it's like you have those highs and those lows with yourself. It's like, oh yeah, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. And then you kind of be like, oh, but maybe I don't have the right look, or maybe I'm not whatever. And it's like you just keep pulling yourself down, you know? All right, like, so stop doing that. I know that's like so simple to say, but it's really that simple. Like you need to be looking at the things that mean a lot to you about yourself. Like you need to be your biggest cheerleader right now. Like what's going on external to you? Maybe externally you don't feel like you got enough support or something, and you feel like all the responsibility is on you. I get it. But at the same time, you still gotta like uplift yourself. Still gotta uplift yourself. Try to stay focused, even if you gotta like write down a goal list. You gotta write down like a goal list or something. Do that. I want to see what's up with the Six of Swords in reverse though. Like it seems like you got everything prepared to go and to make this decision, to make this move, and then you just stop. Courtship. Okay. So you bullshitting around with your shit because of a relationship. Now this courtship card was like this in reverse. So you literally like holding your progress up and your forward movement up because of some half-ass relationship. Like a relationship that's kind of like on again, off again. It's really no commitment there, but for some reason you holding yourself back because you don't want to leave this behind. A concern at the bottom of the deck. So that's like, yeah, that's a concern. Like, what the hell? Expectation comes up in reverse as well. So it's like, not only are you holding yourself up over a relationship that's not even really there, your expectations aren't even being met. You shouldn't even have expectations at this point. And how long have you been holding yourself back? Now, this relationship don't even have to be romantic, I'm hearing. Like this could well off be a romantic relationship, but it could also be like friends and family and relationship with yourself that you not even living up to your own expectations of yourself. And this is holding you back. And with this Knight of Wands in reverse, it's like you get started and then you get held back. Change comes up. Because shit's changing. You're not the same anymore. So you can't use the same old things to keep you motivated with this new shift that you're in. That's like we talked about earlier. So it's like with the change card coming up in reverse, it's like you're resisting change. And since you're resisting change, this is also holding you back and keeping you stuck in these relationships and these ideas and all these things that don't even matter anymore. They're not even a part of who you are now. You shift your perspective. It's time for you to like not see the glass half full or half empty. Fuck that. You can always make a bigger glass. You can always just whatever. Just be happy you got a glass or some shit. I don't know. But I just feel like stop doubting yourself. Because with the Empress card in reverse, I really feel like you doubting yourself. But the crazy thing is you still the Empress. So that means you're still abundant and you can attract things to you that you want. But it's like you not having that energy of attracting things to you is making you feel lack. It has you in like a scarcity mindset as opposed to being in an abundant mindset. So when you're in a scarcity mindset with this Empress in reverse, you're not gonna attract nothing. You know, you're just gonna keep attracting this dead weight here. Let's see. All right. Pathway. To clarify the Empress in reverse, so exactly. It's time for you to take a chance. Fuck the excuses. It's only holding you back and stagnating your growth. With this pathway card, it's like you need to reliven yourself, revamp your whole life. You know what I mean? So that you can attract these beautiful opportunities to you instead of staying in this lack mindset that nothing ever works out for me. Oh, nothing ever is going to go my way. Blah, blah, blah. Like you can self-talk yourself out of things that are meant for you sometimes. You can talk yourself out of opportunities to grow. And that's exactly what's happening with this Empress card in reverse. So with the pathway card, it's like, yo, it's time to do something new. It's time to go a new way. You've been traveling this road to work all the time and you always end up late. It's time to take a new path. And you might get where you want to go quicker. So I think it's really time to switch up your self-talk and switch up your flow a lot better. Yeah, death card comes out in reverse. Let go of the past. Let go of shit that's just dead weight. That's all this is dead weight. You're holding on to a lot of dead weight because you have some like warped idea of loyalty to things that aren't growing. You think that maybe if you keep breathing life into dead things, it's going to revive. Well, it's not. And it's just going to take your life force and drain you. And that could be these old thought processes or these old ways of doing things that are outdated and no longer work. You know, like as this paradigm shift came in, we had to start thinking about doing things different. But it's like the things that are meant to be, that are the old tried and true ways, will always work. But there's always a new way to bring new energy to those things that have always worked. But it's time for a new path. Got the Queen of Wands in reverse with the Hierophant coming out. You're not speaking your truth. You're not standing in your power sometimes. It's like you have so much to say. You have so much talent. You have so many things to bring to your life. But with this Queen of Wands in reverse, it's like you not stepping into your power. You not using that magnetism that this Queen of Wands has, as well as the Empress. And these both powerful energies came up in reverse. So whether you male or female, it's like you not really using your power to its full extent. So of course you're gonna feel drained. All that energy being bottled up, of course you're gonna like feel frustrated. But it's time for you to shift the way you see yourself. This card was peeking out the 9 of you. You don't need anybody, but the people that you want and you cherish are going to be on your journey with you. And you will be able to take care of your family and have the beautiful things you want. But it's all about your mindset. That defeatist attitude, no, that's not going to work. And that's what this Queen of Wands in reverse is just like toxic and just whatever. And this could even be somebody in your life that's like this and they're around you and it's draining you too. So it's like you just got to be mindful that like you don't really need certain people around you at this time. It's okay to go on hermit mode because if you do have a Queen of Wands in reverse around you, this person don't even have your best interest at heart. So maybe when you go into hermit mode, this person will fall away. Because in the death card in reverse is I feel like a lot of toxic energy that's holding on to you and you holding on to it. But as soon as you realize to let go, then it's all going to fall away. Let's try to get one on this Queen of Wands because I want to see who this Queen of Wands person is. Hold up. Okay, so it's somebody external to you. It's the community card coming out. So it's not you. This could be somebody. This message might just be for somebody specifically. But this Queen of Wands in reverse is somebody that like like socially. With the distance horizon card coming out, they could be far from you, not too far, whatever. It doesn't really matter. But this person is at a distance to you, which means they don't like live with you or nothing like that. But this could be somebody that just kind of like is not in your corner. So be mindful of that. This could be some little hater or whatever. I don't know. But this person is somebody that but keep your distance from them. As it comes out, so for the fellas, this could be somebody around you that you know as well that's like that. But at the same time, the mature male energy coming out is just like, don't even worry about this person. Like you just stay stoic and do what you gotta do. Because I feel like when you go into hermit mode and really just chill out, whoever these Queen of Wands people are, because it's like with the community card coming out as well, I feel like it could be more than one person. But I feel like once you go into hermit mode and just chill out and reconnect with yourself, these people are going to fall away from you because you're not going to be feeding them energy anymore. The courthouse card came up in reverse. So yeah, it's like I feel like what this means to me is like once you go and just do your own thing, all these like contracts that you've had with these people, whether they just be like energetic, how people just kind of like attach to you because they feel familiar with your energy, and then you just like I said, you guys just keep exchanging this certain energy signature with each other to where you guys are kind of like bound to each other in some weird way. I feel like all that's about to break away with this courthouse card in reverse. I feel like all those contracts that you didn't willingly go into and some that you did, once you tune into yourself and just back away, all that shit's going to be released. It's not going to be binding you. It's time to like disconnect, unbind yourself from shit that's been draining you, that has not been giving you life. You know what I mean? It's time to like disconnect from all of that. So you got the Chariot coming out with the Knight. They're gonna be kind of like, I feel like once you decide to like pull back with this Chariot card on like how you give your energy out, some people are gonna be upset with you with this Knight of Swords coming in, charging towards that. Like why did you stop giving to me? It might cause a little conflict with people, but there again, it's just like let them be in conflict with themselves. Got the King of Cups and the upright at the bottom of your deck. So yeah, it's like I don't feel like you're gonna be overspilling emotionally anymore. I feel like you might have a lot of feelings, but I feel like part of the healing process is you learning how to control your emotions. So maybe with this King of Cups energy, it's like you're gonna be learning how to hold your emotions now, not always just like spilling over about everything. Like, so I feel like you're gonna be backing away from a lot of emotionally charged arguments and shit that's just not worth the energy. I feel like you're really gonna be picking your battles wisely and choosing when to advance on stuff and when to just let things figure themselves out. But for the most part, I think letting things figure themselves out is like really the most chill way to do it right now, because the way your spirit journey is lined up, you don't have energy to really be focusing on shit like that right now. Like you literally feel like your spiritual journey into yourself is so important right now that you don't have time to entertain like petty arguments or anything like that. So with the Chariot card in reverse, I just feel like you're gonna be choosing to like back away from things that could be confrontational for no reason. All right. After this, we're gonna get some Oracle cards going. Five of Cups, though. So yeah, with at it for a minute and be like, damn, I actually gotta leave this behind. You're gonna feel a little sadness for some things that you're detaching from. But I feel like overall, you're just gonna do some reflecting. Yeah, because you got the Tower coming out with the Six of Pentacles. So it's like shit has to fall apart so that things can get better. So I feel like with the Tower card coming out after the Five of Cups, this is like you actually walking away from things before they get worse. And I feel like that's good. Like I feel like the Five of Cups is you really choosing to just leave it in the past. But with the Tower card coming out, it's like yeah, it's good that you let it go, because I feel like once you move on, things are gonna kind of like show you what was really going on beneath the surface, and you'll be glad you walked away. And then with the Six of Pentacles coming out, I just really feel like once you choose to walk away into like your divine purpose, and that's when you're gonna like receive those gifts from the universe, that balance that I was talking about. The help to get where you want to be. Like I really feel like that's gonna come after this tower fall. Wow. Wheel of Fortune in the upright at the bottom of your deck. So definitely things are going to get better. But it's literally all dependent upon you walking away from some things that have run its course. That like ain't bringing no life. It's just dead weight. It's like it's not bringing nothing to you. And so, you've been living with it for a while. Like I said, whether it's a person or a thought process or whatever, it's been hanging on you for a while. But Spirit is saying that it's just time to let it go, because it's just holding you up from like blossoming and having new things come towards you. But once you do, that's when the balance comes in. That's when you get that help that you need. That's when that wheel turns in your favor, and all the blessings that were being held from you, because the universe doesn't want to give you stuff when you're around the wrong people. It's like, because you're gonna waste it. So it's like once you choose to let that tower fall and just go ahead and do whatever the hell you gotta do for yourself, that's when all the shit's gonna come in. The blessings that have been stored up for you. Sorry, I'm trying to read the comments. Give me a minute. It's your personal reading. I know that's right, Demita. I'm glad it's confirmation. All right, guys, let's get y'all some Oracle cards because you know we'll be talking all damn night. I ain't trying to talk y'all ear off. Okay, let's see what you could be releasing. Then we'll get some energy Oracle cards, my favorites. But yeah, a lot of you guys are changing. You know what I mean? A lot of shit's changing. You know, and you guys gotta start tapping into that inner child. Because I noticed lately a lot of people are struggling with their inner child, and you know, from the outside looking in, it's like a lot of people are forming unhealthy trauma bonds because of childhood trauma, and they're gravitating towards other people who are hurting, and then they just be hurting each other back and forth, or attaching and not healing and not growing and hopping into relationship after relationship just because they're afraid to be alone and heal alone, and they're afraid to face themselves. And you know, it's just crazy. A lot of people looking for their partner to mother or father them or be responsible for their emotions, and just a lot of people got to do some inner child healing work right now because shit's out of hand, and it's like it's a lot of unnecessary energy floating around because people are afraid to sit with themselves and heal. So if you're being called to sit with yourself and heal, it's because spirit is trying to get your attention to heal that inner child, to tap in and figure out where some of these abandonment issues started, where some of this anxiety started, this sadness, the depression, like, and talk to somebody that you trust. Your spirit guides especially will help you. Okay, so you know what? And as I'm saying that, it's like when you operating from that wounded inner child, sometimes you tend to be overly controlling to people, and you tend to put these unreasonable expectations onto people because you've placed them in this role in your life that they probably didn't volunteer for, but you saw something vulnerable and safe in them, and then you started to take too much and try to control this person so that you can always have access. And so you control these relationships because you don't want to get hurt, and you try to control everything going on around you so that you don't get hurt. You know what I mean? Or some motherfuckers is just controlling just because that's just what they like to be. But at the same time, it's like a lot of people got some healing to do. And you know, you got to release that need to force things to happen the way you want. And that's why that pathway card came up, because it's like you could be trying to force shit to happen a certain way, and the way it needs to happen for you is a totally different way, and spirit has a totally different journey for you or road for you to travel on to get to this desired outcome. But you trying to control the process as opposed to visualizing and manifesting the outcome. One way we get our blessings is we don't get to choose the process. We just have to make the shit work and then follow suit. Sometimes you don't get to always control the process. But anyway, your first card says surrender your desire to relationships. The more effectively, to more effectively achieve your goals, back off, regroup, and give the situation some breathing room. And you know, as an energy worker, a lot of the times I come across that problem in a lot of the readings. It's like people are like mad controlling, and they want to control every aspect of the relationship, when they talk, how they talk, the emotional aspects, when emotions should be, you know, like it's just too much. And then sometimes when you're in that controlling energy, you can't even see when things are going good because you're so busy trying to control shit, and everybody has a different perspective, a different upbringing, a different outlook on relationships. Some people actually get really turned off by that controlling energy. And even if you feel like, well, that's just how I am. Whoever with me gonna have to understand I'm controlling, and they better fucking check in with me. They fucking talk to me when I want, love me when I want, see me when I want. That's what's holding you back. So it's like you gotta release that need to control, man. Because some people ain't with it. Some people really don't like it. But then there's are people who love that. To some people, that's a love language. Like, oh, this person's controlling. That means they love me. This person want me to FaceTime them while I'm at the gym. That means they love me. Or this person wants me to check in at every moment of the day. That means they love me. Or, this person, has to run by me. I have to run my friends by this person. That means they love me. It's kind of like little subtle shit like that be too controlling for other people. So it's kind of like if you know you real controlling, then this card is for you. And if you know you're not, you don't need to say it's not me. This means that it could be external to you, someone external to you, like that Queen of Wands in reverse energy. But there's a definite need for some control to be released, and the need to control and have shit go your way all the time, because you could be missing out on valuable opportunities and different roads to your success by trying to control how everything happens. Okay, so your next card is surrender defensiveness. Can't see it, but defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out, then offer a clear, non-defensive response. And sometimes when you're controlling, it could be like that. Someone could really legitimately be telling you, like, it hurt me when this happened, or I didn't like the way you did this, or whatever. And as opposed to you kind of like understanding them and seeing where they come from, you just get on the defensive because you feel like everything is an attack on you. And that could also be like some childhood stuff too, or some trauma bonding stuff too, where you like always arguing with somebody and that's what keeps y'all together, and they're defensive, you're defensive, and then the defenses are down and they're back up. Like, it just seems like it's a lot of dysfunctional stuff that some people out there have to kind of like release. Controlling and being defensive. Like I'm controlling because of this, as opposed to just kind of like falling back and not being controlling. Because sometimes you could be focusing on controlling everything around you that you're not even controlling your need for control. So like kind of like chill on that, because that could be really keeping people away from you. And with that King of Cups coming up, it's like don't be emotionally manipulative as well to try to keep control of people. Sometimes people will try to use your emotions against you to control you and get you to do things on their time and in their fashion. And then when you don't, they get defensive and they get angry or even more controlling. And then they wonder why people not being around them. It's like you mad defensive and mad controlling. Nobody wants to be around somebody that they can't just be themselves around without always having to defend themselves, or you're so defensive and controlling. It's like you'll say something and then they'll be like, well, I don't, and then you defensive because they don't like something. So it's like it's a lot of shit I'm picking up, not just everybody on this live. It's like this is a lot of stuff that's going on in the energy around us, because so much shit is changing that everybody's trying to hold on to something, control something. Like everything's so out of everyone's control right now that everybody's like, I gotta control something. I gotta hold on to something. So many people are leaving me. So many people are walking out of my life. This is changing. That's changing. I gotta control something. But it's like doing that is just lagging yourself and your growth. All right, let's get some energy oracle cards. Thanks, Tamita. But shit, nobody's perfect, so we all got something to work on. So whatever parts of these messages resonate with you, take it. You know what I mean? All right. Damn. Okay. So the first card you got was financial constraints. And this came out in the upright position. All right. It says financial constraints, restrictions concerning money. This card shows an old-fashioned safe with little money but lots of cobwebs and dust. Money may be tight at this time, so rein in your spending and be circumspect about the financial requirements in your life. This is not a time of indulgence, so be aware of what's really important and consciously choose your expenditures. There's a big difference between what you need and what you want. This card is telling you to take care of your needs and bide your time. Things will get better, but for now, be willing to live more conservatively and always value the money and the good things you already have. Okay, so I feel like, remember we were talking earlier about your energy? I feel like this is also speaking about your energy because, like, your energy is wealth too. Your life force source is wealth too. So it's like when it says bide your time, I feel like that's what I'm talking about, that hermit mode where you're taking some time to go within and restore. And I promise you, once you go in and restore, money opportunities are going to start to come in. Everything is going to start to change for you. And you're going to also have more energy to take these opportunities as they come in. Okay. You got hostilities in reverse. And this is good because earlier I was telling you with that Knight of Swords energy, I felt like somebody could be trying to come towards you and be kind of confrontational. I feel like what we're talking about with this financial constraints, which is just you holding your energy back, like I said with the with the Chariot in reverse earlier, you're not gonna be entertaining that shit. So it's like these hostile energies or these fake people are just gonna have no choice but to fall back. But also, I feel like you're gonna be coming out of that mental conflict I was talking about with the Six of Swords in reverse, where you're holding yourself back and not really seeing your potential. I feel like you're gonna start coming out of that as well. But yeah, let's get what the book says. Okay. Okay, hostilities in reverse. This card reverse marks the end of hostilities for you. There's a shift in the energies around you and even about you. And the universe is supporting your own internal shift as well. Whether the aggressive action has ended due to external factors or your own intervention, this card bodes well for more peace and harmony. Be aware, however, that there may still be some action you have to take. And it may seem on the surface that things are slow and getting better, but this card encourages you, letting you know that the inner vibrations are changing and the situation will be resolved. Affirmation: I am receiving this peaceful, harmonious treatment I deserve in my life. I set boundaries, make responsible requests, and make my expectations clear. Expectations clear. But like that's just your standards, your boundaries. Start setting up those healthy boundaries with people. Everybody has boundaries. Even the people that overstep your boundaries have boundaries. So it's like stop feeling bad for being like, no, not today, or I'm tired, or I don't want to do that. Stop feeling bad for doing that. Stop feeling bad for telling people to stay out your room. Stop messing with your stuff. Stay out your personal business or whatever. I don't know. Everybody has their own situations. I'm just giving like examples, but Start telling people where your limit is. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but it's really good though. I feel like you are gonna have healthy boundaries, but I don't feel like you're just gonna be overly defensive because we did see earlier where it said to release the need of being defensive, and then this card is it's called defenses up aggressive energy. But with this card being in reverse, I feel like your defenses are gonna be down a little bit, but not to the point where you're like naive and overly vulnerable. It's just gonna be kind of like you're not defensive unnecessarily with people. Somebody like, yo, are you gonna finish your soda? And you're like, what the fuck? Why you in my business? Oh no, because I wanted to recycle the can. You know, I don't think it's gonna be like that. Like you might be defensive to the people that you know have hurt you in the past with that death card in reverse. You might kind of like be defensive towards those people that might be returning, coming back in to try to see if you still have boundaries in place or if you're still like weak or naive like you were in the past. But I really feel like this hermit mode you about to go in is about to show you that you're not. It's about to show other people that you're not too. Okay, so your next card is number 37. Third chakra, Archangel Chamuel. All right, let's see what he's talking about. Okay. And he was in the upright. It says emotions of desire, life force energy. The powerful angel the powerful archangel Chamuel is holding a beautiful spear of golden light at the solar plexus, which is the location where your third chakra and the center of your life force energy. And we've been talking about life force energy like this whole reading. It says the issues here revolve around emotions of desire and your personal energy. When the card appears upright, it indicates that an increased enthusiasm is present or soon to be on its way. This is a great time to move toward the completion of your desires. Your life force is vibrating with power and resonance, and your soul is calling you to direct your energy in a focused, purposeful manner. This angel of power is with you now, and so go for it. Affirmation. My third chakra is open to its perfect healthy state. I radiate a bright and vibrant life force energy. I feel excitement for all that I do. All right, let me repeat it one more time. Affirmation. My third chakra is open to its perfect healthy state. I radiate a bright and vibrant life force energy. I feel excitement for all that I do. And like I told you guys earlier with the Knight of Wands in reverse, it's like you need to get that excitement back. And you have the Queen of Wands in reverse. So you need to get that excitement back about whatever it is that you and I feel like it's something talent based, artistic, or it's like an entrepreneurial pursuit or something. And I feel like you've had some bad luck, we can say, for lack of better words, in love and personal relationships, even if it's just friends and family. And I feel like those relationships really shook you to the core and it kind of like dulled and stagnated your creative forces. And that's where your life force is sometimes for us creators. We have to be expressing our creative energy or we'll feel stuck, feel stagnant, like we're not doing good enough. And the truth is sometimes you going through shit for material. You're going through shit so you can have things to write about or create. So it's kind of like you've done that already. Now it's time to get that excitement back and get back into the things that you love to do. I don't damn if you're like 50 and you love to sing. Make a singing video or go to the studio and record an album, whatever. Like, it's time for you to do the things that bring joy to your heart. I feel like it's time for you to be giving your inner child all the things you feel like you didn't get when you were a child. I went out the other fucking day and bought me a big ass thing of bubbles. Now, when I was a kid, I did have bubbles all the time, but I was like, damn, I like bubbles, and I just bought them. and be in the living room blowing them and shit at my dog. But it's fun and it gives my inner child something to do. Sometimes you have to give your inner child little treats like that. Or if you know that when you were younger you couldn't afford to go out to eat all the time, like to nice healthy places or whatever you like. Not everybody's a health nut, but take yourself out to eat sometimes as opposed to cooking. If just little things that when you were a child you didn't get to do. And the more you start to nurture your inner child and pay attention to her or him, it's like you'll start to heal that adult wound as well. So let's get you guys some love energy cards. But yeah, definitely start tapping into that inner child, seeing what they need. Doing a little simple stuff. Take yourself to the movies, a matinee. It's only like $6. Go to the dollar store, buy your ass some candy while your kids at school. Go to the movies, to the matinee. Spend $12 on yourself. It's not expensive to treat yourself. Should I spend more than $12 on weed? So I mean, you could go to the matinee with yourself while your children are at school or while you just got the day off. You know what I mean? So shit, start doing stuff for yourself. Because with that Empress card reverse, I just feel like you're not even doing stuff for yourself. Like you're not even. And the crazy thing is, I bet when you go in there and fix your hair up and do little stuff, line yourself up, clean your beard, or retwist your locks, or oil your scalp, and give yourself a facial, and blah blah blah, you probably look and feel 100 times better. But you just been so jet lagged lately from all this astral traveling and lucid dreaming and all this other shit that you just haven't had the time, maybe, you know. But it don't cost that much, girl or bro. You know what I mean? It don't cost that much to get out there and pamper yourself. I went to the beauty supply last week and just got a few things, because sometimes you just need to get some stuff, like cute hair bands and rubber bands and scarves and all. I mean, just do stuff for yourself sometimes. It's okay. Okay. So the first card you got was listen with your heart. I think this came out for one of the sign readings I did. Okay. It says, listen with your heart. You are listening to what is being said to you, but you need to listen with a loving heart. The opportunity is here for you to try a loving perspective to the situation. It is easy to get wrapped up in the words that are being said. What does your heart say about this situation? It knows the truth. Trust that. Sit still, take a deep breath, and ask your heart what you need to know. Boom. You gotta sit still with yourself. No distractions, no escaping into anyone. It's time to sit with yourself to see what you need. Like I said, your inner child, and sometimes your inner child is in there holding your heart. Like I said, ask your inner child what you need. That's like asking your heart what you need and providing that for yourself. And also, I'm hearing too that you guys need to start speaking more compassionately to yourself. Like, I know I said that earlier, but I just heard it again. Like, the self talk needs to get way better. Way better. You can pick yourself apart for days, but I want to see you stand in the mirror naked and say 5 things that you love about yourself. Like, fuck that. Don't say what you don't like about yourself. All right. Your next card is number 7. The only thing that is real is love. It says shift your focus from the problem back to love. We are conditioned to dwell on problems. The true reality is love. Make the choice now to take a deep breath and focus on what is true. Negativity will disappear once you affirm, Everything is okay. I choose love. So yeah, like I said earlier, yo, all these messages are lining up. Release, let go, just lead with your heart. Do the things that matter to you. Be happy. Take that scarcity mindset and destroy it. Replace it with thoughts of abundance and possibilities and hope and knowing things are going to work out in your favor. Like we always talk about, speak things in certainties as if they've already happened. That's how the universe is going to remember to give you that, because the universe is not going to lie to you. The universe is going to give you exactly what you affirm you have. Well, I don't have shit. Okay, well then that's all you're going to see is you not having shit. It's time to start speaking love into yourself, love into your life, love into your relationships with people, love into your relationships with money, health, abundance, all those things. Um, so yeah, that's it, guys. It's been about an hour. I didn't talk y'all ear off. Where we at? 57 minutes. Yeah. All right, guys. I hope some of these messages helped. I really love doing the collective readings because I feel like more people get to get things out of it. Thanks for tuning in. I love you guys as always. Y'all gonna catch me over there on the gram acting silly. Um, all right, guys. So thank you again for tapping in with me tonight. And it's Friday, so I'll probably try to do another live for the collective on Sunday. Yeah. And then if you want, you can give me some topics you guys might want me to talk about on some of the lives, because I don't want to just always like bog you guys down with tarot, because my gift extends across, not just with tarot. So maybe we could do other things sometimes on the live. Like if you guys drop something you guys want me to talk about, maybe in the comments or on some, like whenever I post that I'm about to go live, you guys can just drop me some emails or whatever about some things that maybe you want me to discuss, because I know a lot of people are new on their journey. And sometimes when you're new in your journey, you just kind of want to like get some guidance. And I really don't prefer to type and stuff all day. So if you just gave me some ideas, we could talk about it like I did the sexual energy reading last week. We could do readings like, or just messages like that. Of course, I was going to pull tarot cards for you guys. But I want you guys to really focus on other things sometimes and broaden your horizons and know that there's so many other ways you can tap into your spirituality and find answers. So just stay kind of in touch with me and patient with me as always, like you guys always are. I love you guys so much for that. And my email is oracleorigins7@gmail.com. So if you want to send me an email about some topics, we can kind of shoot some ideas around, and I'll be more than happy to take your suggestions into consideration. Talk about breaking generational curses so they don't trickle down to the babies. Yeah, sis. Okay, that'll be my next video then, most definitely, because that's extremely important, because a lot of us right now are actually breaking generational curses. And if they're not generational curses, they're just patterns and habits that have been passed down through generation to generation. And it's kind of like stagnated our bonds with our families. And so a lot of us have been called to break those cycles. And that's why maybe our journeys have been harder than most. But I'll definitely block off like an hour for my next live to do that. And then I got some shadow work cards, and we can kind of pull some of those too during that live and kind of see what things need to be cleared out as well. So thank you, Demita. That's a perfect topic. I would love to talk to you guys about that. Oh, and Jamita, don't forget, we gotta schedule your reading, babe. I believe next week I'll be open after the 27th. So get your reading done for you. So yeah, all right, guys, I'll let you go. I love you as always. Thank you so much for rocking with me. Okay, have a good night. Peace.